feel fairly comfortable calling out the media because I used to be one of them. Duke's got a guy named Zion Williamson. And we officially have fake NBA news, people. The New York Post has rumored Damian Lillard wants to go to the Lakers or the Knicks. Trade alert! Wait, hold up. Dame responded, "My stance hasn't changed. This is a result of a pandemic and a lack of content, lol." All right then, Dame, how do you explain this?
Damian Lillard could end up a Los Angeles Laker or a New York Knick. Being happy in Portland is no longer a priority for Damian Lillard.
Yes, Stephen A. Smith said the same thing 2 years ago. Literally, all the New York Post said was, if the scoring point guard Lillard asked for a trade, it's believed the Knicks or Lakers would be his choices. Yeah, that's not news. We've known this since 2018 when Stephen A. Smith said it. So why is this on every news site like it's brand new? Because, like Dame said, lack of content. But also, if Dame were to move, it would change the league. That's how good he is. And this does happen in the NBA all the time. In this video, we'll look at those Damian Lillard trades, and I will tell you which one is absolutely realistic. Hey, it's Casey. Welcome to AM Hoops. Hit subscribe, hit notification bells. Coming out with 5 videos per week. Always dropping at 5 Eastern. Support the channel that way, or you can buy our brand new shirt. It's called, and there's a curse word in here, so don't tell your parents. And it gives props to Ben Simmons. Everyone in the world wants him to shoot threes, but he doesn't and still dominates. Buy a shirt, support the channel, link in the description. First off, yes, a Damian Lillard trade absolutely could happen. Here's another website that shows how Blazers fans think. Damian Lillard is as loyal as they come. Yeah, right. Remember this tweet? If the Blazers traded you to the Lakers, would you be happy? I'm typically a happy camper. Also, Portland offered him about $200 million to stay. Do you call that loyalty or getting rich? Here's an actual example of loyalty. Tim Duncan cut his salary from $21 million to $10 million in 2012 to keep the Spurs' depth. He took an $8 million pay cut to keep San Antonio out of the luxury tax to sign LaMarcus Aldridge. Now, I am not against signing the max. Every player should do it every single time. But don't claim a guy's loyal while he's signing one of the biggest deals of all time. By the way, even loyal Tim Duncan considered leaving for Orlando. Even lifetime Laker Kobe Bryant almost changed teams twice. The NBA has the most player movement in sports, and it's stupid to think a guy is guaranteed to stay in one place forever. Before we get to the trades, here is one more reason why it could absolutely happen. If Dame wants to win, he has got to leave the Blazers. I know Portland fans don't want to hear that, but if you're being honest with yourselves, you've made the playoffs the last 6 straight years, Western Conference Finals last year, that's progress, right? You weren't really competitive. And going from conference finals to struggling for the 8th seed the next year kind of sums it up. They've had injuries, but the organization might see it that way too. That front office could acknowledge they'll never win as currently constructed and decide to blow it up. If they do that, they have 2 big-time trade pieces on their roster in Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum. I know Blazers fans hate to hear this, but have faith in your GM. Neil Olshey is the guy who got the Clippers in the position where they are now, winning. Then he drafted Dame and CJ in his first 2 years in Portland. If he had a treasure chest of picks, the Blazers could absolutely build an exciting young team. The Thunder did this, and they're in a great position to build. They sent Russell Westbrook to Houston in exchange for a pick in CP3. They flipped Paul George for 5 first-rounders and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. If they play it right, the Blazers could join the Thunder, Grizzlies, Hawks, and Pelicans as the most exciting young teams in the NBA. So this is not a bad thing for the Blazers, but they must consider trading both CJ and Dame to be a future contender. So first, let's look at CJ McCollum's trade value, then we'll get to the most likely Damian Lillard trade. McCollum's trade value is Andrew Wiggins. They're both number 2 options that would struggle to carry an offense by themselves, and they make about the same money. The Warriors got Wiggins to play with Steph Curry and Klay Thompson, and any team trading for McCollum would also get him as a 2nd or 3rd star. Some people will say McCollum is better than Andrew Wiggins, but look, the bottom line, they're both threats to score from all ranges, but they benefit from defenses focused on the other main star. The Timberwolves got an even better all-star for Wiggins and had to give up a protected 1st-round pick in the deal. At this point, I think the Blazers could get at least 3 1st-round picks for CJ or an established star. And really, the only teams that make sense and who could pull off a trade like that are the Lakers, Celtics, and Sixers. First, CJ to the Celtics for Marcus Smart, Romeo Langford, Enes Kanter, Vincent Poirier, and 2 1st-round picks. The Celtics would add another backcourt option here with Kemba Walker and CJ McCollum. This would be the perfect landing spot for him too. He would be lethal with all the other scoring threats on the court. Romeo Langford did show flashes of potential, and the 2 1st-round picks are building blocks for Portland. The only issue I see here is Boston's depth taking yet another hit. CJ McCollum to the Lakers for Danny Green, Avery Bradley, Quinn Cook, Kyle Kuzma, and 2 1st-round picks. Now this is fair trade value because the Blazers are getting a promising young player in Kuzma, a good shooting vet in Danny Green, and 2 1st-round picks. The great thing about CJ McCollum on the Lakers is he is comfortable both running their offense and playing off the ball when LeBron eventually wants the ball in his hands. The Lakers shot the 6th fewest threes in the West, so CJ could diversify that offense even more. But my favorite CJ McCollum trade to the Sixers for Al Horford and 4 1st-round picks. The Blazers agree to take Elton Brand's huge mistake in Horford's $100 million contract for CJ McCollum because they get the Sixers' future. 3 of Philly's 1st-rounders and OKC's 1st in 2020. What does Portland do with Al's big deal for 3 more years? Who cares? He can mentor a young, talented team. On the Sixers, McCollum is the perfect 3rd option. He helps fix the Sixers' spacing issues and makes Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons on the court work. CJ's versatility allows him to, like on the Lakers, run the offense or play off the ball if Simmons wants to bring it up the floor. This is a fun and realistic trade for CJ McCollum. All right, so with CJ McCollum gone, let's finally deal with Damian Lillard. And I see his trade value equal to Bradley Beal. Now, Dame obviously is a better player than Bradley Beal, but the trade value is kind of even because Dame is 3 years older than Beal and he makes more money. Adrian Wojnarowski reported if Beal had become available in trade last summer, quote, there would have been a bidding war unlike anything we've seen in the league. Bottom line, Damian Lillard would go for at least another All-Star plus a pick or as many as 5 1st-round picks. This is huge for Portland. A lot of teams can afford that too. The New York Knicks, Toronto Raptors, Boston Celtics, Philly, the Washington Wizards are another example, but not the LA Lakers. Laker fans should forget about Damian Lillard coming to LA. They just don't have the assets, bottom line. Even if they pull together a bunch of salaries, including Danny Green, to equal Dame's money, they only have 3 1st-round picks to trade. There is no way that is getting Damian Lillard out of Portland. Instead, I think the most likely trade partner is the New York Knicks. The Knicks have expiring contracts and plenty of draft picks to pull this off. They need a star, too, to lure a guy like Giannis Antetokounmpo in 2021. Damian Lillard is perfect, and this is a rare win-win trade. Along with these recent reports, Dame even hinted that he would welcome a trade to New York. In a recent interview, he said, quote, I thought I was heading there a few years ago. I was hearing trade rumors. The Garden is my favorite place to play. So, the proposed trade is Damian Lillard to the Knicks for Julius Randle, RJ Barrett, and 4 1st-round picks. The Knicks give up their most promising young player, but that's what it takes. The Clippers had to give up Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and 5 1st-round picks for Paul George. SGA's got a higher ceiling than RJ Barrett. And why did the Clips do that? Because with Paul George came Kawhi Leonard, and that is the gamble that the Knicks are making here. With Damian Lillard locked in for 5 more seasons, another star could join in 2021. The Blazers get Barrett to build with a haul of picks. That plus whatever they get for CJ McCollum would have them set up for the future. Yes, it is fake news. Dame is right, it's a lack of content, but it's also really exciting to think about because this trade is realistic. It could absolutely happen if the Blazers realize they want to turn the page and Dame wants to win. I do believe there's a trade out there with the Knicks that can make everyone happy. Support AM Hoops and click subscribe. Don't miss a daily NBA video.